It was the first. I met with Taylor during the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. She called me. It was right before the 1989 album. At that point, Kim Kardashian was attacking her constantly and calling her a snake. And the snake thing kept going. And I told Taylor, let's embrace the snake. You know?
She's a registered Republican? Yes. Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
Taylor Swift just can't stay out of the headlines, and neither can Travis Kelce. First up, Donald Trump sparks chaos by calling Taylor for losers while drooling over Sydney Sweeney's new ad. And speaking of Taylor, director Joseph Kahn reveals she scrapped a fully filmed Reputation video for King of My Heart.
There was one commercial, and there was actually a ninth video that we scrapped. We started shooting it, we never finished it because she switched gears in the middle of it to do Ready for It.
Then, Selena Gomez spills the tea, accidentally, confirming Swift and Kelce are still going strong. And in a more heartfelt moment, Taylor mourns the loss of Ed Kelce's longtime partner, Maureen Maguire, whom she shared a sweet bond with. Meanwhile, the iconic castle from her blank space video, it's filed for bankruptcy. And finally, Kelce lights up after a surprise visit from Mama Donna at Chiefs training camp, because even tight ends need their mommies. If there's one thing you can count on in 2025, it's that Donald Trump is going to log into Truth Social and start drama like your messy uncle at a wedding reception. This time, he's decided the biggest threat to America isn't inflation or international politics, it's Taylor Swift. And just to spice things up, he's throwing Sydney Sweeney into the mix like it's a WWE showdown. So here's what went down. Trump apparently found out that Sydney Sweeney, aka the blonde bombshell from Euphoria and the star of that American Eagle ad that has everyone clutching their pearls, is actually a registered Republican. Naturally, that discovery hit him harder than a Diet Coke shortage.
She's a registered Republican? Yes. Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
Within hours, he was on Truth Social, declaring her ad the hottest thing since Ivanka's Instagram and calling her a winner. He even threw in a cheeky plug for AE jeans, like he was about to drop his own capsule collection. Then came the Swift slam. According to Trump, Taylor stopped being hot the second she endorsed Kamala Harris. Since then, he's made it his life mission to roast her every chance he gets. First it was Super Bowl shade, then Grammy jabs, and now he's acting like she personally stole his last slice of chocolate cake. One post even had him yelling that he hates her. Yes, with all caps, because punctuation is for the weak. Meanwhile, insiders say his granddaughter Arabella still rocks out to shake it off, and at the time of her life at Taylor's Eras Tour with Ivanka. So while Grandpa's beefing with pop stars, the Swifties are alive and well in his own house. Awkward. Back to Sweeney. Her jeans campaign, which plays on the whole great jeans thing, has critics raising eyebrows like The Rock in 1999. Some say it tiptoes into problematic territory with its Aryan Nation energy, but Trump, he thinks it's genius. Literally. He even compared it to the Brooke Shields Calvin Klein drama from back in the day, because nothing screams family values like drawing inspiration from a 15-year-old's racy denim ad. And speaking of Taylor Swift catching heat, turns out she's also ghosting her own music videos like they're bad exes. Apparently, way back in her Reputation era, she fully shot a video for King of My Heart only to dump it mid-process like an old iPhone update, just deleted from her camera roll and everyone's lives. Word is, she swapped it out for Ready for It instead because priorities. Now, the director behind it all, her longtime go-to visual guy, says the thing was filmed all the way through. We're talking full VFX, big-budget, post-apocalyptic goddess energy, and then, poof, vanished into the Swiftian vault like Narnia. It never even made it to editing. Imagine dropping cash on a whole video only to yeet it because you're feeling a different vibe. That's not just rich people behavior, that's Taylor-level petty perfectionism.
There was one commercial, and there was actually a ninth video that we scrapped. We started shooting it, we never finished it because she switched gears in the middle of it to do Ready for It. It was during the Reputation album. We actually shot for King of My Heart. Mm-hmm. We shot like this sort of very conceptual thing, and then she decided Ready for It was a better single and just decided to go that way instead. A completely shot video, just the visual effects, because it was highly visual effects.
Naturally, Swifties are losing their minds in the comments. One fan even joked that this unreleased video is about to become the next All Too Well, and honestly, they're not wrong. That mythical extended heartbreak anthem was teased for years until she finally dropped it like it was sacred scripture. So now the fandom's camping in digital trenches waiting for King of My Heart to get its resurrection arc. As for her director bestie, he spilled a few more behind-the-scenes gems. Their whole collab started during her 1989 era. He was just vibing to A Clockwork Orange when she rang him up to shoot Blank Space. Since then, he's basically been the visual wingman to all her major eras. By the time Reputation rolled around, the vibe had shifted from pastel pop to venomous glam. Post-Super Bowl, fresh off the whole Kim K Snakegate fiasco, she apparently sat down with him and producer Jack Antonoff like, okay, let's own it, bring on the reptiles.
It was the first, I met with Taylor during the Super Bowl. She called me. It was right before the 1989 album. At that point, Kim Kardashian was attacking her constantly and calling her a snake. And the snake thing kept going. And I told Taylor, let's embrace the snake. You know, snakes are cool. Like there's a lot worse things they could have called you. But a snake is badass.
Meanwhile, Selena Gomez just went full spoiler queen and casually confirmed what every Swiftie has been trying to decode for months. Taylor and Travis are still going strong. And how did this game-changing tea spill? Not some big Vanity Fair exclusive or dramatic red carpet moment. It was dropped like a rogue emoji on the TikTok account of Selena's beauty brand. Because of course it was. Apparently Selena was doing her thing, chatting about her upcoming wedding to Benny Blanco. Yes, that Benny Blanco, the music dude who looks like he's permanently just rolled out of bed but still pulls it off, and dropped a few juicy nuggets. She didn't exactly scream Taylor plus Travis equals RSVP confirmed, but when she mentioned Taylor would be coming with her partner, fans didn't need a PhD in Swiftology to connect the dots. Now social media is absolutely losing it. Swifties are sleuthing harder than ever, trying to figure out when and where this celeb-packed wedding will go down. All signs point to September in Montecito, aka the magical land where Oprah owns half the zip code, and weddings last for several days because why not? Apparently it's going to be a star-studded bash with Ed Sheeran, Selena's only Murders in the Building crew, and probably half of Hollywood sipping overpriced cocktails by the ocean. Meanwhile, on the other side of the Kelce-Swift universe, things take a more tender turn as the family is dealing with a major loss. Ed Kelce's longtime partner, Maureen Maguire, passed away at 74. And turns out she and Taylor Swift were actually pretty tight, like matching bracelets at the game level tight. Yeah, you weren't ready for that crossover episode, were you? When Ed shared a few photos in tribute, fans couldn't help but zoom in on one with Maureen and none other than Taylor, all geared up in Kansas City Chiefs merch like a couple of ride or dies. The best part? Taylor's holding a handmade card with her name on it and one of those friendship bracelets because even at NFL events, Swift's gonna Swift. Now, insiders say the two hit it off way back during Travis's big Saturday Night Live moment in March 2023. Apparently, Maureen had that quick wit that cuts through the glitz, and at one game, when Taylor and Ed were snapping a selfie, she dropped a cheeky, "Hey, that's my boyfriend," and had them both cracking up. Iconic grandma energy. And Ed? He fumbled the bag early on. Literally forgot who Taylor was during one of their first hangouts. But don't worry, Maureen had his back and pulled no punches. She called him out like, "You don't know who this is? This is Taylor freaking Swift, you idiot." Real one behavior. Her obituary painted the picture of a woman who bloomed into football fandom later in life, laughed a lot, traveled more, and even tolerated tailgates and Kelce-level chaos, all while chilling with her dog Butch. Her and Ed's vibe was apparently full-on golden years rom-com. And while Donna Kelce and Ed split a while back, the whole extended fam seemed to keep it mature and wholesome, like one big NFL meets Brady Bunch situation. Jason and Travis haven't posted anything about it yet, but you just know they're feeling this one deep. Meanwhile, in a plot twist straight out of a Swift music video, turns out the actual castle where she filmed Blank Space is now Blank Bank Account. Yep, Oheka Castle, the iconic Long Island mansion that once screamed old money, new drama, is now screaming Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Who needs a lyric about heartbreak when your filming location is literally fighting off foreclosure? Apparently the castle's owner, who bought it back in the 80s when it looked more ghost town than Gatsby, defaulted on a massive loan, like $28 million massive, and now the place is basically trying to dodge getting repoed like a used Honda. But instead of packing up the chandeliers and shutting down the velvet rope, he's pulling the legal version of a Hail Mary, filing bankruptcy to stop the foreclosure sale. And guess what? It worked. For now. The plan? Turn the historic castle into luxury condos, because obviously the only thing missing from Taylor's Heartbreak Palace is a 2-bedroom unit with stainless steel appliances and HOA fees. The court docs say the dream isn't dead yet. He still gets to run the venue while trying to make his real estate fantasy come true. Think of it as Extreme Makeover Foreclosure Edition. Now back to the Kelces. Travis is clearly feeling himself at Chiefs training camp, especially after a surprise pull-up from Mama Donna Kelce. Yup, Donna popped in like the NFL's fairy godmother, and Travis lit up like a toddler seeing cake at a birthday party. He was cheesing so hard, even Mahomes had to squint. Apparently Donna didn't just drop by for hugs and Gatorade, she got the full VIP tour, posing in front of Travis and Pat's upcoming Kansas City steakhouse like she owned the joint. It's called 1587, but let's be real, it might as well be named Mama Kelce's Ribeye Realm, the way she's hyping it up online. You just know the menu's gonna have a mommy special, and Travis will never hear the end of it. And yes, we said mommy, because Travis refuses to give up that nickname like it's a lucky pair of socks. Jason roasted him on their podcast for still calling her that, big bro energy in full force, but Donna? She thinks it's hilarious, probably secretly loves it. That's the thing about NFL moms. They'll support your dreams, pack your lunches, and clap back at haters, all while wearing a customized jersey. Now, just days before he was running routes and calling audibles, Travis was busy being Instagram official with Taylor, finally giving fans the "he's mine" content they've been frothing over since the Eras Tour had its own NFL side plot. The guy dropped a photo dump that had everything: snow trips, dinner dates, boat life, and the mandatory wholesome family pic with mommy and Jason, of course, because nothing says romantic couple goals like sandwiching it between a ski trip and a meatloaf recipe from your mom. All in all, it's giving America's tight end is also America's best son. Training camp might be wrapping up, but the Kelce saga, it's just warming up. Steakhouses, selfies, Swifties, and all. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.